Like at least once a day, I would say it happens.
Yeah, that's definitely not normal, my dude.
Okay, should I go see a doctor?
Yes, you should definitely see a doctor for your pooping
All
blood,
of y'all
Kevin.
should see a doctor.
Wait, are we
okay.
googling poop
I'm
color
fine.
or poop consistency?
Both? Hello, everybody, and welcome to the VGRCast, the weekly podcast about anything
Oh God, that was
and everything
you set us up, you
in between.
motherfucker.
I knew it wasn't set up the moment he
God,
asked.
it's easy. I'm about to say, what, you guys haven't got a read on his little.
Well, listen, we were talking about poop. I talk about poop all the time.
This week,
you gotta roll with it too. You can't just always bring notice to it.
this
Lately,
week
I've just been pooping water.
This week
That's
I have.
dysentery. That is also a problem.
This week I am joined by my lovely people, Chris, Ryan, Monica, Mike,
Oh wow,
and
we
Steve.
got downgraded from friends to people. Wow.
My name is Kevin, and welcome to the show. Chris kept getting mad when I referred to them as a friend.
Well,
So now you're all lovely people.
I mean, okay, you can still be
You just have to refer to us all as fiancés now.
oh,
I don't want to be married.
We're all getting married.
Haven't sounded like
You're
a fight.
No.
Just you wait.
also, Jeffrey, not free.
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey, new office.
I think it's true.
Giraffe.
Oh,
Ah,
goodness.
hello,
He's
everyone.
in what now?
Hold on.
Jesus Christ, zombie. I'm terrified.
Oh, that's nasty. But yeah.
Why did you lead with poop?
Why not lead with our time to poop was 0 seconds.
I am uncomfortable.
We can't beat
I
it
need
now.
an out. Someone give me an out.
We can't beat that record now. We win. The game
Kevin, we
is
need a
up.
terrible transition.
The game is up.
So
I
do
should
you
pull
know?
up the podcast sheet.
You know what game is also up? I have no transition. Does
I'm
anyone?
scared.
So hold on. Oh yeah. So
there
this
was no
weekend,
transition for
right?
that. I'm
So
looking-
yeah, okay. I got a decent one. So this weekend, Chris and I went on a double date with some couple friends, newer friends
Stop
we've
being
made.
social.
I know, right? And we did a couple things. We went out to dinner, but then we decided to go out to a bar. And while we were at said bar, we were there, and we went to the back and we started playing bags with this other couple, and like a third couple now. And like I start talking to the guy a little bit, and he's like, Kevin, I like you. I like your smile. It's your lucky day. Come on, come with me. I'm like,
Oh no.
okay. I can't see your camera, by the way, babe.
Oh,
And then so he takes me to the bar, and he orders us drinks and shots.
Okay.
So we do a couple shots, and we take our drinks back, and then I guess throughout the night he kept telling people in our group how much he liked my smile. But it was just kind of like, Kevin has a really nice smile, apparently he kept saying, and it's just kind of like, okay, am I being hit on right now?
Yes, you are absolutely being hit on, my dude.
But yeah, so that
The
he
answer
was,
is
I think he was a little drunk. His wife was definitely drunk, or girlfriend, or whatever. Yeah. So
Did his wife
yeah,
did the girlfriend also like your smile?
she was too.
she was drunk and like negging our friend Cassie. It was
That's
really
not
awkward.
great.
Yeah,
She's got a-
yeah, she was. She kept saying like, "Oh, you kind of look like a snob."
Maybe that's why he was
Oh.
hitting
Yeah.
on you.
Yeah, it was just like, Jesus Christ, what's wrong with you, lady?
Tinder date.
So yeah, that was a recent drunk person story or drunk person encounter
Was
I
she
had.
a real
Ooh,
Nancy?
that's a good
Like,
transition.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So, does anyone else have any good first favorite or recent drunk
I am
person
fairly
stories?
certain me and Monica's stories are exactly the same.
I wasn't going to bring up I'll give you the honor of telling that story because I wasn't planning on telling that one, so go for
Oh,
it.
you got a
Steve.
different one then.
Yeah, because
drafted.
I gotta
All right.
Yeah, go
All right.
for it. Go for it.
This is back all the way back in the day, back in college. So, it's we're having a trombone party at Boner
Giraffe, no.
Cove. Yes, it's
Yeah,
called Boner
that we
Cove.
called
yes.
just a quick backtrack. Boner Cove is what we refer
Oh, yeah.
to as the trombone party destination.
Well, now you've made it
The
less
trombone-
cool.
The trombone house. Anyway,
Because
it's called
And then
why would
Kevin
I
and
be
I
allowed
accidentally-
at Boner
and then
Cove
Kevin and
without a
I-
boner? I mean, come on.
Jesus
And then
Christ.
Kevin and I ended up living there unknowingly.
that is true. You did. Well, that's former Boner Cove. Boner Cove moves locations it's like wherever the most trombones live is Boner Cove. Anyway, so we're having a party. All the I must have been a junior because wait, no, that was my senior year, wasn't it?
It was my sophomore year, so it would have been your junior.
Correct. So we're having a party. All the freshmen are there. We're having a few drinks, I think. Watching Animal House because it's the first weekend of college. So one of the freshmen, Mike.
We
last
can't.
name-
Well,
Mike,
let's not even go last. We can't even go last
Mike,
name.
Mike last name withheld.
Different Mike. Different Mike.
No, not this. Yeah,
I
not
would
the.
hope so.
Not this. Not this Mike. It's Mike last name withheld. So
I don't even remember his last name, but go on.
I do, but I won't tell. Anyway, so at some point during the party, he leaves to get food.
Sandwiches.
He comes back blasted out of his fucking mind, like so drunk. I have no idea what he did in the meantime. In the hour he was gone, but comes back so drunk. I think he sits down on a stool, pretty sure he pees himself and passes the fuck out. Wakes up like a while later and he's speaking nothing but Italian. Now, that tracks
Damn,
because
I wish I was there.
that tracks because his last name is extremely Italian and I only put it together later. But
Mike Zibidbapi.
yeah, but like
Pagliacci.
but he's just speaking Italian, the bee-ba-da-ba-ba-da, like doing the whole European like kissing on both cheeks to everyone. Mwah, mwah. And luckily one of the like visiting like graduates happened to speak a little bit of Italian and was like translating for us, and it was I've just never seen someone get so drunk they forgot how to English.
I literally forgot how to English. So the story that I was going to tell. So I put this topic on the table because with my parents playing last week, I was reminded of two stories of the first time I really encountered somebody intoxicated, because they were both at times that my parents had played with their band. The first time I was fairly young, probably like 9 or 10 maybe, and they were playing at this restaurant and bar that was also on a golf course, and it was around the 4th of July, so there was going to be fireworks later, and my parents were playing, and then I was there, and there was some lady. I didn't know she was drunk at the time, but she kept telling me she was one of the women from Three's Company. And
What?
that she was on that show. And because little Monica did not know any better, I excitedly told my mom about it afterwards. And she's like, honey, that's impossible. that probably wasn't that girl. And looking back on that, I'm like, that woman was probably drunk out of her fucking mind. But the other one that I very distinctly remember, because he was very belligerent, there was this Irish bar and grill that my parents played at fairly frequently. And there was a guy, and keep in mind, both my parents are in the band. There was this guy that was belligerently yelling for maybe an hour or so. Hey! Quick other bit of context. My mom plays flute in the band, kind of a Jethro Tull sort of feel. And this drunk guy kept yelling, "Hey! Is the flute player single?" And if you know my dad is not a very outwardly angry guy.
Please tell me he rolled with it.
He just he ended up having a chat with the gentleman later and handling things in his way of, as I refer to it, being the mayor and
Being the mayor.
Yes.
there was this joke when I was growing up that he was kind of like the mayor of our cul-de-sac because he was the one always organizing things and keeping the peace.
Nice.
Fuck is
Yeah.
that sound?
Does anyone else have any drunk
That was
stories?
my keyboard squeaking. I haven't really met a lot of really interesting drunk people. I guess I could point to the guy when we were at that one bar up in where your guys' apartment was. I was going to the restroom at one point, and the guy didn't lock the door behind him, so I just opened it and I just saw bare ass taking a piss, and I'm like, "Whoop, sorry." And then like he walked, and then like his friend's like, "Yeah, sorry, he's bit." Well, I think his friend tried to tell me that someone was in there, but I just didn't hear him.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, he's like, "Yeah, someone's." Oh, sorry. And then the guy walked out. It's like, "Well, if it looks like he stopped you from having a good time."
Oh.
Oh my.
Oh.
Hey.
Oh my.
Hi, it's me.
Oh, that's me.
No. What makes you say that, Chris?
You're in.
Oh no, I know this story. You're in Wisconsin.
Oh,
I have still never tasted Malort.
Same.
They did it on the Off Topic podcast, and
They
they all
sure
fucking
did.
hated it.
anyway, so Lord,
I did too. Okay, keep going.
And then I and then apparently don't. He was snoring.
Oh
So
yeah.
I had my ears to the heart, and I can go back.
It's a good thing I snore.
Because I.
Nice.
Smart.
I mean, you could probably say that without having a drunk experience. Just don't drink Malort.
Oh.
Yeah, you're very quiet.
No,
How about it?
that's
I
better.
can hear them just fine.
That's
I don't know
because you
about-
can hear. You're not listening to the Twitch.
You're listening to her headset mic.
Ah.
There, headset mic.
Oh.
It's because it was on the wrong input.
Hey,
Hey, zombie.
we're doing it live.
Yep. It's because we had
Can
to
you hear me now?
we
So
had to
that story.
rearrange. We had to rearrange USBs and stuff.
ports. Yeah.
Long story
Short story.
short
long.
story short. I got
Short
really
story
drunk, passed out on the bathroom floor with the door locked, and Chris had to check on me at 4 a.m. but couldn't because the door was locked.
Yeah, but then you,
Fun.
by saying
Alert
short
bad.
story short, you missed the part where my cousin's a bad influence on you, and you lied to me and weren't in bed 10 minutes after I went to bed.
Well, I was planning on going to bed.
Fun fact, if your significant other locks, or if the door is locked to, most of those locks...
Yes, it has-
You can
it has a
open them with
pin.
a Lego
Y'all
lightsaber.
drunk?
Or any pin, or a push pin, or a paperclip.
Yeah.
Yeah, except it was 4 a.m. and I wasn't gonna fucking find it at 4 a.m. in the dark.
You don't know where your Lego
In
lightsabers
the
are at all
dark,
times,
Doc.
Chris? I'm disappointed.
Not at the cabin. I don't
You don't
carry
have
them to the cabin.
lightsabers at the cabin?
No, not yet. There's a fruit fly in the office.
Goodness.
I don't have a transition for this one.
Well, does Ryan have any fun drunk stories like any drunk person stories?
I guess like my
Thank you.
first interaction would have been my uncle, but like when he's drunk, he becomes like an obscenely loud idiot, but he's like that normally. So
that's a mood.
One could say that's kind of stressful.
I reorganized because I don't want to do 2 story ones in a
son
row.
of a fuck.
I don't want to have us go around twice doing 2 story ones because story ones are long and they take up a lot of time.
You're
That's-
long. It takes a lot of time.
You're valid. I noticed that. And I
You ruined
noticed
my
that.
transition.
You know what else I noticed, Monica?
That you're
No,
dumb.
Fuck you.
You probably saw a movie.
You are correct.
Fucking boo.
That wasn't even a transition.
Kevin,
What?
have you not looked at your chat?
Oh. Yeah.
Oh, zombie fucking rip.
Yes, it is. It glows in the dark, if you know what I mean.
Lego
You get that
lightsabers
checked
don't
out.
glow in the dark.
God, what did I miss?
Mine does.
Oh, brief side story, just because that reminded me.
Wait,
my
Zombie's
sister
telling a
got me nano blocks sets of Pokemon for my birthday.
Ooh.
They look really cool, but they're
Ooh.
fucking awful to build.
Oh,
yes,
that looks
I have,
like so
a
much
telescope made of those
fun.
things, and it's
Yeah.
awful.
Nano blocks fucking
idea.
suck.
Idea for a podcast. We build Legos. One
Lego
time.
building?
Yeah. I have a
Okay,
I
Jack
have
Patillo.
Fox the Phoenix. It's Fox is in here somewhere. It's actually.
I
not
have
dead.
more. I have more than enough Legos to do that. Yeah.
See, I
Okay.
literally just snapped the hand off while I was playing with it. These things, like, they're not really well constructed either. Like I'm looking at the instructions and I'm just like, this could be better.
But you know what was well constructed? The movie I saw this weekend.
Nice.
What movie was it?
that was
So,
an acceptable transition.
so the movie that I saw was The Green Knight.
No, I wanna
heard
see
good
that.
Things about
And,
that.
and I'm going to start by telling you what this movie is not. What this movie is not, it is not an action-packed, fighty, medieval adventure. It is not Monty Python. It is an adaptation of the poem and is very artfully crafted, in that way with those sort of symbolism and themes. For those who do not know, the story of the Green Knight follows Sir Gawain, and who is the nephew of King Arthur. And on Christmas, there is a mythical being known as the Green Knight, who comes to the Round Table and challenges, saying, "If any of you shall strike a blow on me,
Bye, Jiraffy.
you can. I will return. You can, if you strike a blow on me, you will find me 1 year later, and I will return the blow." So Sir Gawain comes up and chops off his fucking head.
The
Sorry.
blowjob.
So the story follows his journey to going to the Green Chapel that year later, and sort of his kind of coming of age, if you will. And it's fantasy, but it's not. It's fantasy, but in sort of an abstract, absurdist way. Like it's fantasy, but everything, it has a meaning to it. Call it, because there's a lot of people I've talked to that have referred to this movie as weird. But calling it weird is a huge disservice. Huge disservice, because while the fantasy elements may seem random, or some of the pacing may seem random, it's all very deliberate. And I'm sorry. were you
Oh,
saying
sorry.
something?
I was just saying that Christine and Ryan, we know the story.
Okay, you do know the story?
We all took an art theory and literature class in
Yeah.
college.
It was fun.
Oh, neat. Then,
Was it?
then one of the things
I
I
liked
should
it.
mention, since you guys do know the story, is one of the big things is that they did change the original ending
Oh, interesting.
to the story. So I think in the very least it'd be interesting for you guys to see it because it definitely it's not a bad way it's changed, it's just interesting.
Okay.
I've seen that this movie is very divisive, like The Last Jedi. Critics fucking loved it, and audiences are very lukewarm on it.
Well, the reason that it's divisive
That sounds
is
like most good movies.
yeah, because it's the type of movie that you dissect and discuss after you see it. Like if we had movies for Media Club, this is one that I'd put on there because there's a lot to talk about with this, and it's not a realistic Camelot. It kind of falls kind of square between this line of like fantasy and realism. I'd say it's this type of movie. I would say is kind of like a wine tasting where it's not necessarily about drinking the wine itself, but kind of trying to figure out the hints of what's in it. If that makes
Ooh.
any fucking sense.
Sometimes it's poop.
But and
Right back to it.
Probably not here, but sometimes it's poop.
but I will say it's the type of movie that Nat was not expecting to have in his theater. Like I think he was anticipating having to travel to one of the bigger movie theaters that show a lot more indie-esque movies of this nature.
Well, he works in a AMC, right?
Yes.
AMC gets fucking everything.
Yes, but there
Yeah.
are certain
Also, The Green
theaters-
Knight was like marketed like out the wazoo. Like
That's
I kept seeing reviews.
was?
Like, oh yeah, I kept seeing trailers for it everywhere.
I mean, I
Yeah.
just looked it up, and it's at the Marcus's around me. So
Yeah, it's not a small indie movie. It's a big premiere movie.
Zombie says that he watched Grease for the first time today. That shit was cringe, but Sandy in that black outfit at the end nearly had me acting up. Yeah, that's fair. Also,
I have a comment on that, but I want to finish my thoughts on Green Knight first.
Yeah, wrap
oh,
that
Green
up.
Knight's
for
an
it.
A24 movie. Just so.
Yeah,
that's
because there are some movies that there's a particular theater that's kind of close by that in the area has a lot of SAG board members living in that area, so they tend to get more of those sort of critically acclaimed smaller movies. Like for instance, we had to travel to that particular theater to see Parasite a couple years ago.
Mm.
But yeah, all in all, it's a movie that's definitely not for everyone, but it's definitely very interesting to watch and discuss. And one of the first movies in a long time that has a post-credit scene that's not Marvel.
Ooh.
I remember when there were post-credit scenes before Marvel.
So do I. And
Ferris Bueller.
Pirates did it a lot.
a lot. There are some
Ferris
Pixar
Bueller's
movies.
Day Off.
Bueller.
I've never seen Ferris
Also-
Bueller's Day Off.
also-
Fight me.
Zombie, fun fact. As a musical theater person, there are a lot of people that shit on Grease. I am contractually obligated not to hate Grease because my parents met in a production of Grease. My dad was Kaneki and my mom was Frenchie, so I have a soft spot for Grease.
And then Monica happened.
Quite a few years down the line, but technically you're not wrong.
Also, I love that movie. Don't change for your man, except do.
Yeah. I mean, you know what else was really just a lot of grease?
Also, I don't like John Travolta.
The ISU food
You're
stuff.
really fucking off with the transitions today. I gotta say, you're you're eating shit.
Not as much
not
shit as at the
yet.
ISU
ISU
dining
food.
center. No, I mean, and I don't know why this topic's here, but the ISU dining center, like, okay, so we all went to Illinois State University for college. That's how we all met. And like the food at ISU was actually phenomenal.
Mhm.
Like especially compared to other colleges. Like you go to other colleges and you come back and you're just like, oh god, this is so good. We got fucking lobster and crab.
That was
only
only
on
like
finals
once in a
week,
while.
Yeah,
That was
but
only-
still.
it's like once in a blue moon.
Well,
No,
lobster was once a
Specifically
year.
for finals week.
Yeah, lobster was once a year, but crab was like once a month sometimes. Would just pop up.
Someone deleted a message?
Yeah, no, I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of
We
the one.
undoxed zombie, I think.
Fuck, I doxed myself.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, there we go.
have 3 dots in chat. Man.
I think you deleted the wrong one.
You did.
Listen, I'm trying to help.
I don't even know where he doxed himself.
There you go.
And
Yeah,
now
that's
you
fine.
won't.
Well, I'm a mod.
Oh.
I can look at it. But I
Shut
There
up.
you go. All right.
Wait, why are you deleting messages?
Well, because he doxed himself, so we're trying to fix
Keep
it.
up, Kevin.
Listen, I got mods to watch my chat for me.
That's what we're doing.
That's literally what we're doing.
I liked Rizzo. She was an interesting character.
Anyways, so who put this
So
topic
What,
here?
Anthony
The
Rizzo?
He
ISU
was
food
Ryan.
stuffs.
What?
The,
What's
the
going on?
ISU food
Yeah, why'd you want to talk
on
about
the
it?
topic
Shit
list.
show.
Just want what do you
Jesus
guys
Christ.
remember as the best food from the ISU dining center?
Oh, the orange chicken. By bar
Yes.
none.
Orange.
I don't think
chicken
I
for
ever had the
sure.
orange chicken.
Oh, it was so
What?
good.
How?
It was good for a little while, and then it just got, I don't know, bland for
The
me.
caprese pizza was really good.
I liked the
cheesy
like,
garlic
white sauce.
cheesy garlic pizza.
Yeah, I like that one. I also liked
What?
the
Taco pizza.
the entire like Mexican station.
Oh,
with-
the
with-
fucking buffalo chicken pizza. That was really good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just naming all the pizzas now because that's what I
Yeah,
ate
the
most of the time.
quesadillas were.
Oh yeah, that too.
I don't know. A
And
lot of
the-
times, a lot of times people like places get like Alfredo kind of wrong, but I feel like the ISU Dining Center Alfredo was really good,
ISU's Alfredo was really good. Yes.
especially on pizza.
I'm trying to think now. See, I didn't have a dining center pass when I moved from the dorms to the apartment, so this is reaching back further in my memory for me. But the
Okay.
I know the grill area in Tri was really good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the hibachi station.
Try was amazing.
Mhm.
And I think half of you wouldn't know this, but I think at least half of us here got to dine at Southside a couple.
Yeah,
times.
I was
I ate
gonna
it.
say,
Group did.
Rip
Yeah,
the
preview.
Southside ice cream.
Southside had, but I would say Southside had better food than Waterson.
I don't think.
I'm inclined to agree.
it did,
I don't
yeah.
know why their ice cream machine was so much better than every other place's ice cream machine. I don't
Yeah.
understand how.
You know what I don't understand?
Wow.
Wait,
Sports.
Why
Yeah,
your
go ahead.
transitions are
No,
shit?
Hey, hold on a sec. Transition.
He
in a
has to
second.
learn. He
The
has
one-
to learn.
The one garbage ass food that they had there that I
Oh.
didn't like was
Zombie.
it wasn't even really garbage. It was just more like it's impossible to do in a
That's the Hitachi one.
in a dining center setting.
Hibachi's
Was
food.
they had steak every once in a while, and
And
it
that was also only for finals.
yeah,
Yeah.
it was one of the worst pieces of meat I've ever had the misfortune to put in my mouth. Take that how you will.
I have had way worse meat.
in your
Same.
mouth. You know what I've had in my mouth?
Your
Oh,
dick.
God.
That
Sports.
still doesn't make any sense.
He's gonna get better. He's gonna
He's
get
not.
better.
He's not. He's
No,
not.
he's not.
This is gonna be his fucking thing.
It's my
is gonna
thing.
be-
They're
his thing is gonna
terrible.
be
Oh
shitty
god, that's the
transitions.
transition. What the? That makes no fucking sense.
Da 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 da
How did
da
you
da da
not-
da 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 da.
How did you not see that? How did you not know that was coming, Mike?
Oh, hey
Well,
Patrick,
it
you're
could
just in
have
time
been
for sports
literally
corner.
fucking anything. I didn't have the doc up when he said it, and now I'm. Jesus, give him a do
Sports.
a redo. I refuse
No.
to accept that
Sports.
transition.
Trick, you're just
What up,
in time for
Patrick?
sports.
Hey,
You know
we were
what-
ta- we
you know
were
what
talking
I
about
accept
Rizzo.
to
What about
refuse?
Anthony Rizzo.
Or you know
That's
what I
a better
refuse to
transition.
accept?
Now shut up, Kevin. It's not your podcast anymore.
So NHL free agency happened.
We're done.
NBA free
Instantly.
agency happened. We got mad deals all over the place. The Bulls are back. The Blackhawks are back.
Why are you
The
saying
Bears, they might be back. White Sox are kicking ass. Everything in Chicago is fine.
Shout out to Steve for
We're
the 19
fine.
months resub. Thank you.
Why are you
Everything
stuttering?
is fine.
Who's stuttering?
You are.
Me?
Oh hey, you got a new banner for resubs.
It's
I did.
not. Okay. I'll just.
Not stuttering.
For me, you paused. So.
Are we good?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can.
Happy birthday to the only current NFL player over the age of 40, Tom Brady, who turns 44 today.
Oh wow!
Happy birthday
Is
to
he
the
really?
ground.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
oops,
thought
I hit a
there
button.
would be at least a couple, but just him, huh?
It's just him. The The 14 non-U.S. born players in the NFL will be wearing stickers of their native country's flags on their helmets this upcoming preseason. I would read the list of names and where they're from, but the tweet that had the list was not loading for me.
Oh.
But still, pretty cool. They should do that into the regular season as well. Chicago Bears rookie quarterback Justin Fields was in the top 10 for jersey sales from March 1st to May 31st of this year. Interesting bit is that he wasn't drafted, meaning he didn't have a team until April 29th. The Arizona Cardinals have had more name changes than division titles in their history. Starting in 1898, they began as the Morgan Athletic Club, then to the Racine Normals, the Racine Street Cardinals, the Racine Cardinals, the Chicago Cardinals. Yes, that happened. Card Pitt when they merged with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Back to the Chicago Cardinals. Then to the St. Louis Cardinals, not to be confused with the baseball team of the same name. The Phoenix Cardinals. And now their current iteration, the Arizona Cardinals. They have division titles in 1947-48, 1974-75, 2008-2009, and 2015. They've also played in 10 stadiums.
Hot damn.
No one wants him. Apparently.
I would argue the Royals are also a really big rival. The Royals, Twins, rivals to the Sox.
Zombie, you don't need to do that. Too poorly.
There's no Cubs team anymore. Haven't you heard?
They died.
They gone.
Anyway,
I can't wait to hear what Ryan has to say about that.
based on some reports that I've been seeing, they ain't coming back.
Woof.
The Minnesota.
Yeah.
What?
Sorry, no, you go.
No, you don't. No.
I'm still gonna be a Cubs
Oh my
fan
God,
because
Ryan,
that's what I was
talk.
have grown up. But you can talk now. I'll be sad. Go, Ryan.
Patty, I'll allow it. The Minnesota Vikings are currently the lowest vaccinated team at 64.5% vaccinated, with 70% that have at least one shot, which is weird given that the Buffalo Bills have pretty much all of the anti-vaxxers in the NFL right now.
What?
The current number, the actual number of unvaccinated Vikings players is at 27. Despite all of this, the NFL as a whole has a 90% vaccination rate for all
That's
players.
way higher than I thought it would be.
Yeah.
I mean, given what they said.
There was a 3v1 UFC fight over the weekend. It went just as you'd expect.
Yeah, I don't know
Wait,
what
3v1?
they thought would
Yeah,
happen with
the-
that.
3v1.
Was it like 1 6-foot guy and then three like
5 foot.
4 foot nothing?
No, they
dudes?
were all pretty much the same height, same build. I wanted to know what the betting odds were.
Why?
Would you rather fight 1 duck-sized or 7 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck?
7 duck-sized horses, and I wouldn't fight them. I would just keep them.
I would like a duck-sized horse. That sounds adorable.
Plot twist: it turned out to be 7 horse-sized ducks.
horses. Oh, I say horse-sized horses.
I saw a Twitter comment saying that like you needed to put up like $2.5 million to win 75 cents.
Nice.
Finally, the San Francisco Giants designated for assignment, or basically cut and released, player Mike Tauchman on Thursday, who must have seen the move coming as he had changed his walk-up music to when he steps into the batter's box to the final countdown in Wednesday night's game.
That's good.
Good.
It's good.
That's all I have.
I have some sports news. In Olympic news,
Oh.
the one of the long jumpers, it was
I have
a
Olympic thing.
Greek athlete. I'm not even gonna try to pronounce this
Yeah, don't.
name, so I'm just gonna
Oh.
send it in the chat there.
Oh,
Just gonna butcher it.
Prior to doing his long jump, he did the second gear pose of Luffy from
Yep.
One Piece, and then went on to break the record for the long jump.
That
Did
means
you also-
nothing to me.
Did you also see
Speaking of what?
the guy who the windsurf not the wind what was the windsurfer who
Heroines.
Oh
who-
yeah, there was the windsurfer who shaved his head and dyed
Into
his
an
hair
arrow.
to look like Aang
Yeah.
from
Oh, yeah.
Avatar.
yeah.
There was another Avatar reference with like some water dancing team. I'm
That's
not sure.
probably synchronized swimming is what you're thinking of.
Yeah, probably synchronized swimming. I don't know. Anyway, they had
no, Pat, don't
like,
join the chat.
they
You
had-
mess up
they
all the
had-
cameras.
What?
Nothing.
They had
You
the,
keep going.
they had the two fish on the front of their uniforms, and on the back like mesh they had the logos of the Four Kingdoms.
Oh, nice.
I thought that was pretty fucking dope.
I love how our generation is old enough to do shit like that now, and I am so here for it.
Yeah.
If so, I'll be mad if no one does the fusion ha dance.
Ryan, is that the end of Sports Corner?
Yeah, that's all I had.
Wait, I actually know.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Wait,
Oh.
Chris, what do you have?
So my sister sent me a TikTok, and it was of Kevin Hart and Snoop reacting to dressage, which is a sport that horses do, and Snoop called it crump walking, or crimp walking, or whatever.
Fair.
Crip
I'm-
walking, yes,
crip,
that is
yes.
a thing.
Crip walking. So I don't know, sports.
That kind of ruined my transition, so just go on as normal.
Big mood.
I was gonna call an audible, but then it got.
You know what else is a big
Sorry.
mood?
But
Oh, boy.
Oh, cheers! Thank you so much, Pat. What a good
Good old horse Olympics.
good old horse.
nuts.
It's a little horse.
I wanna play that one Japanese horse game. You know, the one.
oh yeah,
Oh.
that.
the,
Yeah, I
the
know what
crazy
you're talking
one.
about.
Wait, we see.
the one really weird one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
I
see.
don't know
I'm.
what you're talking about.
You've seen
I'm-
it before. Critical did a review of it. I guarantee you, Nat's shown it.
It's
to
like
you.
silly horse racing or whatever, but
You remember? You know that skiing one with the weird skiers? It's like that.
Oh, with horses.
You've
And
seen it.
I'll-
I guarantee you've seen
Japanese
it.
horse race. It's called Japan World Cup.
that one Japan horse game.
No Patty, no bestiality.
Hold on.
My window is open. Why am I doing this podcast with the window open?
Because
Yeah.
it's probably warm in your house.
But yeah, that's a game I've always wanted to play, but like, I'm in this constant dilemma in my head of like, do I want to play new things or do I want to like play old things that I'm craving?
Wait,
Um,
I need
Nice
to know what
transition.
what needs to happen is I know what you're trying to do, but we need to share the meme where I just very openly called you out earlier this week.
Oh,
Mhm.
that one, yeah.
Who got
I'm
called
getting
out?
my conversations mixed up. Did you call Kevin out for bestiality? Hold on.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No,
What's going
for-
on? I just want to talk about video games.
with Kevin talking about do I play something new or do I play something
Oh, that
again?
one.
I'm in this picture and I don't like it.
Oh wait,
You were
what?
calling me out?
I'm usually
And
always
being
playing
attacked.
like at least 2 new games and like
Oh,
and I'm usually,
yeah,
like,
hold on, yeah, I know
and
what you're
I'm
talking about.
usually revisiting one old game. Like currently, I'm replaying BioShock Infinite for like the 3rd time because BioShock Infinite is a fucking amazing game.
I
I
really
don't get
want
to
Power
play
Walking
anything because
Simulator.
I'm a YouTuber.
Monica, are you resending it?
Oh, I'll find it.
Okay.
Give a second.
Oh, Zombie Republic Commando is fucking amazing, and I will cream my pants if they ever do like a remaster or like a sequel to that with like the Bad Batch. I will
Can I
be
just-
so fucking excited.
I also do this a lot. Hold on, let me get the picture up.
I found it.
I found it too.
Would recommend the BioShock Zombie. The first one and the 3rd one. Second one you can skip.
I resent it just in case.
Bioshock Infinite.
There is a
best.
cult following for the second one.
It's the deal. The downloadable content Minerva's Den for the second one, fucking stellar. The main game is fine.
Yeah, I've heard it was the BioShock fans just thought it was kind of eh.
It's an incredibly mediocre Bioshock installment. It's more of the first one, except the villain isn't quite as memorable, and the
Oh yeah, there it is. There it
It's
is.
huge.
Well,
It's
it's so huge,
huge.
but yeah, that was the
No.
meme that I was talking about.
Oh god, it's layered under the picture. I was so confused. I thought it was edited to have
Yeah,
you two
no.
guys in the picture.
It says gamers. Play a new game, play a game from the
I haven't
backlog,
pl-
stare at every game I have for 2 hours and never actually play anything. That's pretty much me, because like I'll like not I haven't done it recently, but like in the past I've literally just like sat down and looked at my Steam library and I've been like, I want to play
Among Us.
this. I could start that. I could ask friends if they want to play that. And I'll sit there for like half an hour and I'll go, I don't want to play anything.
That's I'm pretty sure you're referring to Bioshock Infinite, Zombie. I would start
It's
if
the
you're gonna
bird
play the
beast.
Bioshock games. I definitely start with the first one, then play Bioshock Infinite. It's the tonal change kind of makes the
love
makes it
Infinite.
worthwhile.
I love it.
Yeah, Infinite's super good. Also, you played it, Monica? Yeah. Huh. Well, anyway, I don't know. It doesn't seem like your kind of game. No offense.
I mean, I do really like the first Bioshock, so
That's fair.
Hey, Mike's office looks clean.
Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. If you listen in the background, there's a bunch of like modern day remixes, or a bunch of old timey remixes of modern day songs. Like when you crash land on the beach, there. If you listen real close in the background, it's like an old timey instrumental of "Girls Just Want to Have Fun."
yeah. The one of the guys who did a lot of the arrangements for that is Scott Bradley, who has a channel on YouTube that I love to pieces called Postmodern Jukebox.
Oh yeah.
Which is essentially that, and he did a lot of the arrangements for that game, which is why they have that old timey
Mike.
feel. My personal favorite one in Infinite is the God Only Knows Barbershop Quartet.
Yeah, that right at the beginning. Yep.
Yeah, that's personally one of my favorites.
Yeah, it's a good arrangement.
But yeah, I mean, it's just
Oh,
a constant
baby.
dilemma. A constant dilemma I have, where I'm like, do I want to play new things, or do I just want to like,
There's a bunch of
I-
things that we
Fire
need
I
to
just want to
up
finish.
comfort
replay every
play.
Pokemon game at this point.
There's a bunch of things that we need to finish.
like I like the other day I was watching like Red Dead Redemption 2 like things and theories, and I'm kind of like, I want to play Red Dead again.
I
Like,
still
start
need to play
over.
Red Dead 2.
Like if I was gonna start over, I actually start over and be more like evil. Just be,
I know you
because
wouldn't.
last time I'd try. I'd try to be evil. Okay.
You try so hard and you would fail miserably.
He would find
I'd
the
be
first person
Robin
to help
Hood,
and
where I'd
like,
be evil to dicks, but I'd
You'd
be
be
nice
like
to
that picture.
people.
So you're
You'd
just
be like
so
that
you're just-
picture from the meme of Tony Hawk in the race war.
Me having to
One.
shoot Tony
Took me a
Hawk.
minute. That took me a minute.
Me when I have to shoot Tony Hawk. Tony Hawk responds, "It's okay."
I understand.
I understand. At least you chose to hesitate.
All right, I'm gonna adapt the question in the chat a little bit. I'm gonna say if you could completely erase your memories of one video game or video game franchise and replay them from the beginning, completely fresh, what would it be?
Paper Mario Thousand Year Door.
Okay,
wait, what? Say it again?
explain
Check out
why.
the line.
I mean, that was going to be my answer for the ones I want to revisit anyway, because it's one of my favorite games of all time, and it is, and the story of it would be fun to go through again, and it has a very cheeky sort of sense of humor about it,
That's
and
the one with the genie.
no,
For me, it'd either be
Kingdom Hearts
Kingdom Hearts 2 or Skyrim.
or Sly Cooper.
Ooh, yeah.
Or Sly 2.
Skyrim.
I would go with Spec Ops: The Line just to get that. gut
Oh,
punch again. Because
yes.
it's not really a game that you want to play a second time.
Nope, never going back
Yeah.
to that one.
Yeah, and like
Never
because
played
like the gameplay's doesn't make it really replayable. Spec Ops: The Line, you rent it and play it solely for the story.
Is it good?
It's 100% a story game. The combat is
It has
fine
an
at
interesting
best.
mechanic, but it doesn't really do a lot of interesting things with that mechanic.
It's a
Like the
generic
sand thing.
Sand thing?
Like you can shoot structures and it'll drop sand on people. But it's like
Yeah.
a one-note kind of
Oh,
gimmick.
right.
Really, it's mostly for the story.
Yeah, it's a generic third-person shooter with a fucking stellar plot twist.
Yeah.
Like,
good?
just completely, not blindsided you, but you're just, when it happens, you're just like, oh, fuck me. What did I play? Is any of this real? Who am I? What just happened?
Well, even like before that, when you get to the white phosphorus part, you're like, oh, I just did that.
That game is so fucked up. I cannot recommend it enough.
Is it a game where like you?
I would only rent it though, unless you can find it for like a couple
It's
bucks.
super cheap, probably. Pick it up in the next Steam sale. It'll probably be on sale for like $5.
Yeah.
Definitely
worth
worth
$5,
definitely worth $5.
Okay.
But yeah, I would also just want to play through all the Pokemon games again, because I actually haven't played through a Pokemon game since I've had Critic Brain. And I want to see all the stuff that I didn't actually pick up on that would be really cool about like the town designs and just general aesthetic and stuff.
Let's see. For
Zombie
me-
says he would wipe and replay Assassin's Creed 3, which is an interesting choice because a lot of people don't like that one. I'm pretty lukewarm on it. It's fine. It's nothing
I like
special, but
Zombie. I love Connor. He's a pretty cool dude. I like him. I would do. I think I would do Assassin's Creed 2 though.
I would go with Brotherhood if I had to pick an Assassin's Creed game, I think.
Yeah, in terms of a full wipe, I'd probably choose the first Danganronpa game, namely because I was first exposed to it via Let's Play, so it'd be interesting for me to be able to wipe the story from my head and make those choices for myself the first time.
Actually, changed my mind. Detroit Being Human.
Become
You
human,
really
I got
like
you.
that game.
Whatever.
You really like
David
that
I
game.
Cage
love that game. I
Bold
want to
move.
play it again. I want to play it again, and I don't want to kill Connor because I killed Connor. I have a lot of feelings about androids.
You know what? I have a lot of feelings about. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Ryan.
I wanted to be funny with my answer, but I can't. So my thing was like, can I just erase my memory of playing a game and not have to replay it? But
Halo 4?
Ooh, you had to erase Halo 4.
Yeah, there is Halo 4.
Actually, Halo 5 might be a good one to erase.
But
too.
Yeah, I don't.
I hit-
I'm sad I played Halo 5, guys.
You didn't play Halo 5.
Whatever. Halo 4. Sorry, Halo 4.
Yeah,
Bad one.
yeah,
Halo 5 was no better. I was lied to.
Sad for you.
I don't think anyone said it was better.
Ryan said it was better.
I liked it over 4.
I'd put it on par with 4.
Anyway, I would wipe my memory of playing Fallout 3 and New Vegas, but then play New Vegas first because
Yes.
I had played Fallout 3 first, played it a shit ton, got so used to that, and then thought, oh, New Vegas will be just like that. No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's way more survival based.
Yeah.
I did.
Oh, maybe I like New Vegas more then.
I did
Also,
like
with
3.
Fallout with Fallout 3, I think there was a problem with the programming where they gave you an unnecessary amount of stim packs when you're looting stuff.
There were quite a few stim packs. Well, are there
I don't
and then-
like
and then-
dying
and
in
then-
games.
are there
and then-
difficulties in Fallout?
Yeah,
Yeah, there are.
Okay, maybe that's what it was.
I don't think that was the case because I played on the same difficulty on New Vegas and died repeatedly. Then
Well, I think
again,
New
I'm
Vegas is
trying
just
I'm
harder.
trying to go from the starting town through the Deathclaw encampment to get to New Vegas instead of having to go the long way around.
You're an insane person.
Yeah.
Oh, did I ever tell my Deathclaw story from Fallout 3? I'm pretty sure I've mentioned it before. but-
Yes, I believe you have.
Tell anyway, I don't remember.
Yeah, just for the chat. It was like I ran into a Deathclaw like the first time. I had no idea what the fuck it was. I'm like, oh, that's a big thing. I'm gonna try and go kill it. Hits me with like a claw, takes out like most of my health. I'm like, oh god, no. and it's just following me the whole time. I'm like leading it back to Megaton just so I can get inside. I'm like clipping off its health all the way there, and it gets down to like 1 notch of health or something. I'm like, oh, I might be able to kill. And then the fucking Watchtower guy at Megaton snipes it.
No XP
so he stole
for
the
you.
kill.
No
Yeah.
XP. And it was like a 10-minute walk. It was a fucking struggle.
How far away from Megaton were you? Did you
Quite a bit. Because I couldn't
baited a
fast
Deathclaw?
because I couldn't fast travel because I was in combat
yeah.
with it. So
Well, yeah, but like I'm trying to imagine where, like outside of Megaton, you could have baited a Deathclaw.
I don't know.
Like I know
Yeah,
the
Witcher
random
3's a good
encounters,
choice,
but
Zombie.
like
Witcher 3 is good shit.
I gotta
Never
replay
played.
that someday. Like I burned
I have
out
to
because
play
I just
it.
found the combat a little too difficult for me, and it just a little frustrating. I'll probably go back and just knock it down to easy and just play it for the story.
For me, it was I started playing Witcher 3, and then I took a break for it for like a half year, and then I went back to it. And I had no idea what I was doing, and I was kind of like, I have to restart it, and I never did. Why are you freaking out?
It's on my
stream!
backlog, but I'll get back to it one of these days.
You never told me that. Sorry. I'm gonna be making.
I've
food
never actually
choices right
played
now.
Fallout 3. I've never been able to get it to work on any of the PCs I've owned, though I haven't tried on this one yet.
Well, that's why
It's
I
a
never
terrible
played it.
PC port.
Yeah, you don't play it on PC. You play it on console.
I don't own a console.
I figured out I was able to play it on PC.
Nice.
Sorry,
So we all had a lot of thoughts about stuff.
I just
And I think our
found-
thoughts about stuff will continue as we get into
Media Club. Transition.
What kind of
for you,
transition
motherfucker.
was that?
By the way,
That
my
wasn't a
mom-
transition. There was nothing about Media Club or Sweet Tooth even mentioned in that transition. You just talked about thoughts. That was a terrible
Well, see,
transition.
Kevin, what I did was I stole the transition you were about to use.
No, that
I
was
interrupted
that was
just to
more of
show
a
you how fucking stupid it
segue. That was a
Let
segue,
me
not a
go get his shirt
transition.
and throttle him on camera.
That was not a transition. That was a segue. Fuck you. So yeah, we watched spoilers for Sweet Tooth season 1 episodes
I get my
3 and
notes.
4 about to happen until you see the Sweet Tooth logo disappear.
I have many
there will be
thoughts.
spoilers. So let's talk about episode 3.
I am
no,
still
notes.
in the boat of I am loving this. I am both simultaneously loving this and heavily triggered by this show.
Vanessa too.
I'm really liking it with the exception of one aspect which I will discuss later, but last week we talked about how intense, I think someone talked about how intense like the fight parts were. Episode 3 was the intense part for me. Like I actually had to pause the episode, go to sleep, and then finish it today.
Well,
because
hold
of
on,
that
let's-
fucking party scene.
Yeah, well,
Oh,
let's
God,
let's
hang
first
hang on.
we're gonna make our way there. Let's start at the beginning.
Alright.
It's
I
a good
have
place
thoughts
to
about
start.
that too. So
It's a good place to start, but it's not where our story starts.
and
Oh, God,
Zombie,
fuck
No,
you.
I have a general thing about
Zombie,
that
what
that
the
I
heck
want
with
to
watching
discuss.
the entire thing in one day?
So my
Sir?
first question is
Sorry.
and it was really the first time we saw like heavy power consumption, really. With the
That fucking
kids. They were all playing VR and they had like a rig that I'm assuming was connected to the internet
Wait.
somehow.
Honey, is that episode 4?
No, it's
No,
episode
it's
3.
Episode
They're
3. Right.
It starts with
right,
that.
right,
Remember,
right,
Yeah.
Correct.
That
correct.
was when
yeah.
I sent in chat a minute and a half into episode 3, and I'm already irritated.
Yeah, like
My-
how are they drawing that much? Where are they drawing this power from? Like, are they on the internet? Are they fighting other people in this VR
I mean,
world?
They are in an amusement park.
Yeah,
But
then, like,
where's the
three-
power?
Yeah,
I'm
but
guessing
like
they're generators of some
just
kind.
three flash forward to episode 4. Like one of the kids says, "The whole world is in here," which implies that he has internet connection.
Yeah,
So like,
That
what?
is a point. That
and like
yes.
they're running like their bumper cars and like
we'll
all
talk
those
more
lights.
about them in episode 4, but that was very infuriating.
I didn't find it nearly as infuriating as you guys did.
I just
What, the
it
party?
wasn't
No,
no
we're
the
talking
whole like
about the kid area,
yeah.
not at the party yet.
it was
One
just-
note on that is
it was
gamers
just-
are saving the world? Question mark.
no, it wasn't even
Yeah.
that. It was just more of a like continuity. Like, where does this power come from? Like, yes, there are generators probably existing, and we saw that in episode 2 or 1 with the doctor walking through the neighborhood with all the solar lights, but those were solar lights.
He-
Like
he
they very
rides a
clearly,
horse.
yeah, and those like streetlights very clearly had solar panels and batteries on them.
Yeah.
Like, where are these kids getting their power from?
I mean, and yeah, they didn't really talk about that. I mean, they are based in an old amusement park, so maybe they just reroute. I don't know.
I mean,
Maybe
like,
it's a VR experience video game within the arcade of the amusement park.
yeah. I mean, no, we understand that. That's not the part that we're concerned about. The part is where is the power for it coming from?
To me, that's stuff that nitpicky shit that I don't care about.
See, normally I don't, but because it's so bright and flashy and they shove it in my face,
Just draws so
it
much
made
attention
me
to
care
it.
about it.
Yeah, especially in episode 4 when they're in like bumper cars and watching movies and shit.
Yeah, like that. That was, I mean, I think Steve's the only one with theme park experience, but that
Kevin.
requires a lot of power.
And confirmed, Six Flags basically.
No.
I'm pretty sure Six Flags is literally hooked up to 2 separate power grids.
But
Sorry.
during
Keep talking.
that didn't.
Media Club.
Anyway, what happened after that? Was that more? Justin
Let's
Jeff
see what.
stuff?
Well,
Let's
Ti-
see.
Tiger tried to take
no,
over
I
from
think
there.
we went
No,
over.
that's
Oh
episode
yeah.
4.
That's 4.
My next note is flowers associated with the sick. Interesting. So I think it was
Oh,
Jep
yeah.
and I think it was Jep and Gus are just hoofing it for now.
Push-ups.
Pun
Yeah.
intended.
Yeah.
My next note is, were you gonna leave me? Gus asking the hard questions. I was like, oh, my heart.
If
Yeah.
anything
No, that's
happens to
That
us,
guy-
I will
that's
kill
episode-
everyone
That's still
and
episode
myself.
4. Stop. You've skipped so much.
Oh, wait,
There-
what?
Because I think the next scene is there on the bus, right? They go to the bus.
Oh yeah,
That was
you're
the-
right.
That was
Yeah.
the bus scene.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah.
Okay, so
we're-
Well, no.
here's a
So
question.
we.
I'll be
What do you guys
honest,
think
I
the
forgot
pills
most
are?
of episode 3 except for the suburb scene.
Yeah.
Here's
So
the thing
they went
about-
to the
here's the
bus
thing-
and then they went to the suburbs.
So
'Cause they
here's
went
the
to the
thing
train.
about this show. A lot happens, but nothing happens at the same time.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Remind me to well, never mind. We'll get to that in episode 4. But
Yeah. No, yeah. So episode 3, they're still trekking through the woods. They find the bus, then they go to the train, then they go to the suburbs. That's how it goes.
Yes.
What do you guys think the pills were? The pills are.
The pills
Um,
are pain pills.
Yeah,
That's
they're
a-
first.
Yeah, they're pain pills.
Have
Okay.
Painkillers.
Have they actually said that?
No.
why
Well,
else would
it's
he
heavily
need them?
well, one there was a scene in I want to say episode 2 where they showed Jep's leg and he's got a real gnarly scar on his like knee.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking he originally got on pain pills for something,
was
and
Tommy.
well, I guess here's a
Calls him
question that I
Jep.
have for you. Do you think he is
Don't care,
addicted
his
to
name's Tommy.
opiates?
Absolutely, because I had in last week's episode, I had previously also been watching the 2nd season of Megalobox, and another character in that is addicted to pain pills and was acting exactly like Jep was. So
Right.
It's meth.
It's
Not meth. That's not how this works.
Oh, okay.
It-
Sorry. So
It's ecstasy.
the reason why I'm getting confused with Jep and Tommy is his name's Tommy Japarzo.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
No,
Oh.
that I just looked it up.
Wait,
so
who's
that-
Tommy?
Tommy is his
Big
first
man.
name.
Big man.
Man,
Well,
I'm just going to refer
I
to him
thought
as
you were
Big Man.
saying there was another character named Tommy.
No, no,
No.
no.
No,
No.
Tommy, Jep.
Tommy,
But,
Jep,
Justice
Big
calls
Man,
him Jep,
same
so
guy.
Jep.
I'm just gonna call him Jep.
It's Jep. J-E-P.
Yeah.
Wow, Jesus Christ, zombie, come on, man.
Don't ban me, please. No, but it was interesting looking at seeing like the one thing that I'm interested in finding out is the transition from football to
Poaching.
assassin. Yeah, poaching.
Poaching.
He probably-
Athletic. Obviously,
yeah,
that's
he
the
probably
transition.
Yeah, he probably got recruited because he's a big man. He's very strong. He can easily lift a child that's kicking and screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something I noticed, I'm sure you guys noticed it too, when they transitioned from the bus to the clinic, they showed a bobblehead on the bus,
Mhm.
and then it transitioned into a statue in the clinic.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't notice that.
Well,
Yeah.
I
I
think, well,
have
it's,
thoughts about that whole sequence, but I'm going to, or not thoughts about the whole sequence, but the doctor's story so far. I have thoughts on that, but I'm going to save that for the end.
Well, the clinic's an old fast food restaurant, so I think like the statue
clinic,
is just
though.
like it's like Big Boy, like from
Yeah, it was just a very
Burger.
clever transition.
Yeah, it's just a good transition. I always give a
Or is it-
applaud to good transitions like that. CW shows
Or is
are
it-
really good at those.
Or is it something else? Is it like a calling card for poachers that work for them?
Maybe. I mean, it could
I
be.
think it's just more of a.
I think it's a transition,
We'll
but that's not
see.
a bad. That's
I
not a
think-
bad theory.
So this
I
is
think
what.
it's
So
more
you guys.
trying to tie stuff back into like stuff that people were familiar with pre-pandemic,
Yeah.
which
so
we
you-
will discuss more in episode 4. But
So all y'all think that the pain meds are that the pills are pain meds, but like Kevin had a theory. Did you want to go over it at all or no?
I don't remember what it was.
He was thinking that it was sort of like a kind of preventative against the sick.
No.
Okay.
because they
That's what I thought, too.
again,
I thought
episode
payments.
4, they really lean into like there is this one specific
Yeah.
thing that we can cure. the
It's
sick with.
addict behavior with
Yeah.
what
Yeah,
we get
that was-
to. It's very
that was-
much
that's-
addict behavior.
yeah. And I've like again, I've only seen this with people who take painkillers. He like crunches the pills. Like when I see that, I'm like, Jesus Christ, how can you bite pills? And then at one point I realized it's only painkillers that people do that with.
Mm.
Oh yeah, I mean, kind of. You still have to swallow them.
I mean, yes, but I think just the act of crunching it activates it just that much faster.
Oh, possibly. I've never been addicted to opioids,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, it's probably only like minutes faster, but it's that idea of make the pain go away.
I'm very washed out.
I
So
think we're.
I think in the next bit of the episode was
It's the party.
The party.
The party. Yeah,
Yeah.
this
Triggered.
I'm like, oh my god, the
Oh, so
minority couple is surrounded by a bunch of affluent
Hello,
white
Danny.
people. One of them has the sick. This is gonna be bad.
Well, no,
Like,
there
legit,
were
I
other
had to
minorities there.
There was one. There was
Okay.
one other.
Do not settle on his laptop.
It's fine.
But
She can sit
anyway,
there.
like yeah,
Aw,
legit.
Danny.
I had to stop. I started watching this episode yesterday. I had to stop, go to sleep, and then I picked up the episode today. I was like, I cannot fucking deal with this.
Well, it's not even the sort of waspy aspect of it that
No.
really stuck out to me. It was more the fact of just there's, and this is what I feel like with the being triggered by everything, is just those people that aren't feeling well but willing to go to the party anyway. And-
yeah.
Also, because they showed someone's house getting burned down because of the
Before
sick.
that, yeah, before that.
Before that, they
yeah, they
implied
showed
it was burned down because he didn't attend a
Yeah.
fucking party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was talking about. But also, like, just the nuance. I really loved how they captured middle upper like meanness.
Yes.
Like, we find out later that Nancy is kind of a bitch too, but they
It's
were like,
Nancy.
Oh, I have thoughts about. I have.
Yeah.
Oh,
Nat has
also,
thoughts
like,
about
if you
that.
pay attention to how they're like talking to her in the charade scene, they're being really mean to her about how her charades are going.
Oh,
And
to
I'm like,
Nancy?
yeah,
Yeah.
like and like, what's the doctor's name? Abdi, I think. his name?
It's
Adi.
not Eddie,
Adi.
it's Adi.
Adi.
Adi. Yeah, but like you can see him just sitting there, being like,
Why are you rubbing on
sitting
the wall,
the
you
answer,
idiot?
trying to be like letting other people get it, and then like it just reaches a fever pitch, and then he's just like, it's this.
Goodness. And I will say, one of the things Nat commented on is he was a really big fan of the pitch black humor of the one when the house was burning down, of the one dude eating the pie.
Yes, I also saw that.
Yeah.
That was,
That was pretty
fucking
funny.
great. Like he just doesn't give a fuck.
They're also
Yeah.
desensitized. It's so normal. now.
But
I mean,
they burned a man alive for getting
Yeah.
the sick.
Well,
Like,
and so-
on one hand, I kind of get it because you gotta sterilize it, but on the other hand, that's super duper fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
shoot him in the head first or something.
Also,
I don't know.
Or just
Also, they were
quarantine him.
not being
No.
sanitary at all when they
Oh,
were
yeah,
fucking bubble wrapping him. But
No.
again,
Yeah.
Not bubble wrapping, saran wrap.
saran wrapping. I imagine Adi's just sitting like, yeah, saran wrap 'em. That'll do it.
Well,
Good job.
and I get the need for the fast paced switch for TV and whatever, but it turning from yellow to purple like that, I was like, who? Oh no,
Yeah.
he's gonna die anyway.
Yeah.
Like no, do not burn a man alive. That is literally called arson, murder
Well,
and arson.
There's
Like-
almost an aspect of
They're on
just
HOA rules.
not
But also-
necessarily the that was part of the triggering aspect of that scene of just you're not going to burn someone alive for having COVID, but you have felt that anxiety of hearing someone or someone that was close to you that has had COVID,
Yep.
and
Yeah.
just that level
Yeah.
of anxiety of being near exposure or being very close to being exposed or narrowly missing exposure. So that was the most triggering aspect of that scene for me and just made it too real.
Like,
The
I
hor-
would say that
I think the
that
hero-
scene is my just flat out favorite scene from the series so far.
My favorite scene was with the hero horse.
We're gonna get to
That
Hero
was
Horse.
good, but
Oh,
we'll
that's
get to
episode
the
4.
horse.
I know.
But we'll get to the horse.
Hero horse. Yes, sorry, it took me a minute. Oh, I love that horse.
The hero horse. I don't even know what the horse's name is, but
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Danny, what the fuck?
Let's see. So next, I think we get to the train,
Yes.
and one of my notes here is weird deer shit. Dust in a nutshell.
Okay, did you guys
Okay,
see
let me.
Did you guys-
What do we see, Chris?
That was the episode title.
the weird deer shit. But as soon as we were watching this, my mom had been in Wisconsin or whatever and took a picture of like a deer, and I'm just like, hey guys, look, it's Gus's mom, which obviously we know is not a real deer, but
That's not-
sorry, yeah, weird deer
So-
shit. Kevin didn't
but yeah.
realize that was the name of the title.
I don't look at the name of the
It's the
titles.
title of the episode.
Yeah. Or yeah.
So I'm just gonna explain my stance on this. I mentioned a little while ago there was one thing about the series that just grinds my gears. I'm just gonna say it.
Gus being
I
a dumbass.
don't like Gus.
Nah,
I don't.
I get you.
I
I
hard
get you.
disagree on that.
No, I'm gonna explain myself. I understand that he's a kid. I understand that kids are dumb. That doesn't mean I have to like what I'm seeing on screen, because
That
it
is
is
true.
immensely fucking frustrating to see this kid just fucking wander around every time Jep turns his back.
Burpa derpa derpa.
But
Stay here,
here's
Gus.
the thing, though, with
Of course, his name was
Gus
Trixie.
is that he's not a normal kid. He was raised in isolation, and one of the things in the show in general for me, and why Gus is my favorite, is that the aspect of in this shit world that there is someone discovering the joys of life for the first time.
yeah.
And
That's a good point. Like,
and
yes, I
there-
100.
That Monica
and there
finished.
are certain that's as someone who's had a very hard time coping with the landscape that COVID has created, that seeing just sort of the joy and childlike wonder that Gus has for
I
the
accidentally hit
world
the button.
around him, even if it leads him to do dumb shit, is so heartwarming to see and makes me feel happy.
See, I like that take. That's an interesting idea there. Like, I 100% understand how Gus is written. I just don't like kids in real life.
Valid.
So
I
that's
see.
why
and
it's
I mean,
frustrating.
You're
I get-
valid in that.
Yeah,
I get both of
that is my personal issue.
I get both of your points. Like, I understand like Gus was raised as like a sheltered person, and so he's seeing the world for the first time. But he also understands the dangers of the world. Like we've seen,
Yeah.
and we're made
I don't
aware
know if he
when they're
fully
walking into the
understands them
when
yet.
we're walking into the train station, and he goes, "Bad men!" Like, he knows there's bad men here.
Yeah.
He sees them everywhere. He knows
yeah.
that there's bad men here.
And I
So
get-
why does he act out like that?
Yeah, I get pissed.
There's
that-
very
acts
contradicting
out like
stuff that
that just-
happens.
Because
I mean-
A, kids are stupid, and B, his dad was not the best teacher.
I know,
Let's
but there's-
be real.
Well, and also, guys, we are viewing him as mid 20 people. He is a 10-year-old boy. He
Yeah.
has the attention span of a fish.
I mean, but just I don't know.
Deer.
No,
Just-
deer has long attention span.
The writing contradicts
They
itself
stare
a lot.
at you.
Yeah, I'm just. Yeah, well, kids are contradictory. That's
That's fair.
I'm just gonna say, yeah, totally understand why he's written that way. I just don't like kids.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Valid.
I'm
get to
gonna
see trade
move us
culture.
along a little bit here. So next up, Gus smells big man's painkillers.
Yeah.
They raid a train car. They get caught and captured by the last men. Sorry, not
Yeah.
the first men.
That was the one part where I did feel bad for Gus because that was 100% Jep's fault.
Well, 100%, yeah.
But slight side tangent. One of the things that I'm very interested in, but can't quite do right now because I don't want to spoil myself on things, is I'm very curious to how close the source material it's following the source material, or if there's any changes that they've made in it, what changes that they've made, because Last Men to me sounds like a very it reminds me of Proud Boys in a way.
I was literally thinking the exact same thing, yes.
Well, Proud Boys have been around longer than you think.
I would assume I don't know, but all I know is that it had that same vibe.
Yeah, I get
Also,
that. Very McGaw attitude.
Proud Boys were formed in 2016.
Okay, no, Sweet Tooth predates that.
Oh, really?
the comic,
Yes.
yeah.
The comic, yes.
But also,
Um,
did you guys
so-
notice that on the Lost Men, they literally had Nazi armbands?
They weren't
I-
actually Nazi insignias.
I know
but-
they're not Nazi insignias, but they were red
They have
armbands
armbands.
with
I
a
don't
black
know if that's,
insignia.
I don't know if that's deliberate imagery. It's debatable, but
It-
like
Let's put it this way: not a lot of groups use armbands.
that's true.
That's true.
That's true.
So
Because like I was actually looking apparently side tangent, but in the movie version of Pink Floyd's The Wall, like the fascist group has like a double hammer insignia on an armband, and then after that there was a group that popped up that used a similar logo to that.
Okay. But yeah, then afterwards they get caught and then they get saved by the kids
Yeah,
in the
I
mask.
did.
Gamers.
Bear.
Yes,
They
we
get saved
saw
by a bear and
we-
her animal.
Gamers will save the
No,
world.
they're the animal army. Fuck y'all.
They're
but
gamers.
I'm
The
almost
gamers.
positive that they were also the people we saw at the end of the last one
Yeah,
going
no,
to
that
see
was
them.
at the end.
And I called
yeah.
it.
Yes,
I
you did.
called it.
No, you thought they were more poachers.
No, I thought that
Or that they
no.
were hybrids and hiding their
Someone said they
faces.
were.
But so I
poachers.
I
don't
said
think
they
it
were
was
good
Jeff.
people.
Well, the thing is, we found in the next episode is that they're wannabe hybrids. So
Yeah, they're
They're not. I wouldn't even
Furries.
say they're wannabe hype. They just worship hybrids.
They are.
Okay.
They're
Furries.
there's literally a line there says, "We wish we were like you,"
Oh,
or something
I
like
missed
that.
They're furries, yeah.
to
They're furry.
transition a little bit to episode
Yeah.
4.
No, hold on.
Just,
Don't.
Oh,
We finally know who Abbott is.
Or we at least see him, and
You
he's
mean
Dr.
Eggman?
Dr. Robotnik.
He's Santa Claus. I
No.
wrote Santa Claus plus Dr. Eggman equals Abbott.
yeah.
Yeah, the Nat was
Or-
Nat watched that and he's like, guys, this is gonna be a prequel
I mean-
to the Sonic the Hedgehog movies.
Okay, so I do.
I
have
had been watching Series of Unfortunate Events, and it just looked like the man with no hair but a beard to me.
I
Alright.
have
Mm.
no
So I do-
idea what any of that means.
just brief aside for that.
I know what you mean.
Thanks.
That reminded me of a very blink and you'll miss it line in episode 3 when Jep is trying to get the painkillers and he has to go to the new lady, and she goes, "Abbott's America,"
Yeah.
and she
I was like,
fucking-
that's
I
very
caught that too,
deliberately a
yeah.
Trump reference for sure.
Well, no, because the line predate, right before that, was she was talking about how the other guy got shut down because of regulations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's a more of a Democrat leaning reference.
could be. Could
Well,
be.
then I
Or they
I
could,
literally
or
wrote
they
down
could just
America's
be,
Abbott.
or they could just be saying that
Captain
nicely.
America.
Yeah, I think it leans. I think that particular character has a more right leaning stance, but
Could
it is
be.
but it's a one note character, so it's just like it was very interesting to just see that like pop up. Like, oh, yep, you're still here. All right.
The title for episode 4 is Secret Sauce, and my note is Secret Sauce. That makes me nervous for some reason.
The one thing I like stylistically,
It's plankton.
stylistically, I do
Sheldon.
I kind of noticed it in episode 3, and I really noticed episode 4, but I love the title cards
Yeah.
when they come up and they're kind of like layered in between things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
I did enjoy that.
And then I like how it like in the tooth part, I think he was like centered in one of the O's, which was really cool.
Aw, that's cute.
Yeah. I think that was the first episode. Maybe
So
the second? I don't know.
they go into a little bit more detail with the attack with the animal army attack, and I'm like, that attack is dope, but there's still a bunch of fucking nerds.
Yeah. So what do we think about Amy and her daughter, adopted daughter?
Oh,
Yes.
the daughter's fucking adorable.
I was gonna bring that up because someone else pretty much called it in the last podcast where you
Disney.
said like the
No,
Or Kevin-
I
or
did.
Kevin,
was like a
yeah.
flashback.
Mhm.
which
And
Yeah.
and they're starting to preserve.
yeah,
And then I'm like,
Yeah, and as Zombie mentioned very early in the chat, he really liked Gopher Boy.
Gopher Boy,
he's a
yeah.
beaver.
Is he
He's a
Gopher
beaver.
Boy? Yeah, he's a beaver. I thought. No, he
He's
doesn't.
adorable.
He doesn't have
I
a
thought
tail.
it was like a woodchuck or
He
something.
doesn't have
He's
a
a
tail.
beaver woodchuck, though. He's way more animal than human, which I find
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, that
that's
is
very
interesting.
I had a
But
thought.
we'll get-
I had a thought on that, where if the hybrid is raised with a human parent, they adapt more of the human features. If the hybrid was abandoned, then it adapts more of the animal
That's
tributes, which
well,
makes
maybe.
sense to when
Considering
Bear,
we've
which
only-
makes sense to when Bear was talking about when when someone was like, how come he's not running away like all the rest did when they
well,
released them
considering
from
we've
the
only
coaches.
ever seen 3 hybrids so
Well, and the
far,
babies.
it's hard to make a judgment on that.
And
2
the
of them are
babies.
Yeah, Yeah, the
well, we
big
didn't see them
are-
grow up at all, so I mean,
I mean that's my theory. So
you could be right, but
That
we
is-
but it's we have a sample group of 3 right now, so it's hard to tell.
but that's an interesting
Oh,
theory,
control
and
group.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. My note on Amy is budget Rosario Dawson seems like a good mom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
The oh, sorry.
there's. I don't know if they're gonna go for it, but there does seem to be some kind of gender thing going on with them, like in some of the dialogue. Like they lean into the word men a lot.
like Bad Men.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can see. I believe I made a mental note of that yesterday or the day before. Or yeah.
I will be interested to see if they do something with that.
I mean, considering that one of the big arcs of Gus is trying to find his mother,
I don't think I didn't register that at all. So
that would be interesting to follow.
Yeah.
I think we transition now back to the amusement park where Gus is hanging out with the animal army. One of my notes when they're giving him all the stuff with the kid with the rotting teeth, Gus says,
Yes.
These taste like lightning. Gus being a goober.
He's so
I love that scene where because it's like Gus is like, I've only had Dad says, Papa says candy will rot my teeth, and then you see the shot of his teeth.
I'm just like, oh, brush your teeth,
Like-
my dude.
Like I saw that, I'm like,
Toothbrushes and toothpaste still exist.
the animal army, besides them just being like gamers or shitty teenagers, are a really fascinating demographic within that world.
Yeah.
Because of the fact that they were just old enough to kind of perceive the sick happening and then growing up in the aftermath. It just kind of reminded me a little bit of like the toddlers now of it as the years go on, like how they evolve in a post-COVID world.
What if Lord of the Flies, but it's not an island?
Yeah.
What if Lord of the Flies, but there was more than just privileged white boys?
And more animal cruelty.
Or less animal cruelty?
Well, they have a fucking tiger and a
Yeah,
box.
that. What the fuck was
Yeah.
that?
That was like
What?
you guys talk about freeing
how did-
animals, and then you
How
have
did
that.
they do that?
Well, and also,
Question mark?
also, I did
okay,
really.
jumping off of Chris's theory here, do you think that might have been a hybrid at some point?
No, it's too
No.
old.
No,
That's fair.
That was just a straight up tiger.
No, that was
Okay.
a tiger
Yeah.
that they probably
yeah,
took from the
but
zoo
I
and
didn't
chained
realize
up.
that
And...
until this moment, but I'm like, how did they do that?
Well, I mean,
Meat.
easy. They could have just gone to a zoo.
It was sleeping and they caught it by its toe.
No,
Fuck off.
I liked the
I accept your booze.
I liked the animal instincts that was going on between Gus and whatever the
Yes.
tigress's name was.
Although you,
Yeah.
My note is neat, but Gus can talk to animals.
Yeah,
Yes.
Kevin was
I-
like, I
although-
think she's getting ready to pounce, and I'm like, no, she's backing off.
yeah, like that was the
don't have the
effect
treats
was
up here.
lessened a
the
bit
treats are still packed away.
because he's
Oh,
a
no, they're-
deer hybrid.
I'm giving her nice
But
pets.
I like the idea that they're going for there, where
Yeah, where
Yeah.
the hybrids have more of a connection with the animals than people
Yes.
ever will.
Yeah.
and also
Jealous as shit.
supposedly are maybe a little higher up on the hierarchy.
Yeah. Hybrids
Jumping back. To
They
the
will
Lord-
inherit the earth.
Oh, sorry. Jumping back to the Lord of the Flies metaphor, I actually have two notes in separate
said
places.
that.
What?
I said Lord of the Flies too.
Yeah,
well,
we
no,
talked about
I
it
know we were
already.
talking about that. I was saying jumping back to the Lord
Yeah.
of the Flies metaphor. I was saying I had two different notes prior to the end of the episode. One is like right at the beginning, which says dissension in the ranks, Bear losing control ? And
I called that right away.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's obvious.
Well,
My
'cause
my
Tiger,
next one.
yeah.
My next one was like mid episode says she's had to pull rank twice now. She's not going to be in charge much longer.
Yeah, I
Um,
was looking at that. I'm like, this shit is way too calm.
Well, then when
How had they not had this shit before?
Well, and then when Tiger held up her quote unquote crown / mask or whatever you want
Yeah.
to call it,
Object of power.
I was just like, ooh, that's shit turd from Lord of the
My
Flies.
note there
Where
is Civil War.
yeah,
I was
Bear.
okay.
Bear had a real Robert Baratheon kind of vibe.
Yeah.
to her.
What were you gonna say, Christine?
No, I'm done.
What were you gonna say?
No, it's fine.
That is the this is fine of when it's actually not fine.
Because I get interrupted every fucking time. It's fine. Let's go.
We all get interrupted every fucking
Yeah.
time, Christine. Get over it.
Excuse you.
Yeah.
Excuse you.
That was kind of rude, Steve.
Fair
Yeah.
enough. I apologize.
And the horse killed Nancy.
Yeah,
We're
Trixie.
skipping all.
Yeah, that was a skip.
Go,
That was a
Trixie.
skip.
What else happened?
Oh my god, so
Oh, well,
throughout
I mean, did you not want to go over the part where Nancy fucking like ambushed the wife?
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah,
one.
oh my god. So
Yeah.
I was gonna say, so throughout the scenes with Nancy, every time she came up on screen, Nat's just like, just fucking kill her. Just fucking kill her. And then the second scene where she does the white woman thing and just is like, well, I'm gonna talk to the wife anyway. And goes when he's gone.
Mm-hmm.
And he's
Yeah.
just like, just never know, just never know. And then when she shows up again, she's asking too many questions, just stab her. We're holding hands while we're watching the episode, and the moment that the horse kicks her, Nat just goes, yes! And just raise up both of his arms.
I have a note on Nancy when she was when the flower appeared outside their house. I said, I know it's a sick flower, but dear God, a homeowners association still exists in the apocalypse.
No. They should've.
Ugh.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of
Fucking-
symbolism about the sick brings rebirth. Like
Yeah.
like the sick is essentially how the earth fights back.
Yeah.
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 Well, see, I went the opposite direction and went like, is the virus some kind of weird pollen? What's the connection with the flowers?
It's
I
all
went
nature.
for
Nature's
what's
fighting
the
back.
I went for what's the scientific explanation of the sick, and more than like like heavy-handed metaphor.
Heavy-handed
I mean, it's-
metaphor.
Nature.
It's possible that nature started releasing a pollen that like mutated pregnant women,
Probably
like
both.
like mutated their embryos, and then also started getting people sick at the same
It's
time.
the happening. Mark Wahlberg's showing up later in the movie.
I wouldn't be surprised.
What? No. No one. Okay, fair enough.
No, we haven't seen that. No.
No, I haven't seen that happening.
Oh, I need to add that to my bad movies list.
No. One of the things, just going back to the Animal Army, one of the things that I had a thought on in terms of Bear's kind of change of heart, because while I consider myself very liberal, one of the things that I just can't stand about the far left is this very black and white vigilantism that a lot of the left has. And it was very interesting seeing that illustrated within the Animal Army, of just Bear kind of getting that perspective of just being like, hey, maybe he's not so bad, but there's that black and white of, no, he did this bad thing, therefore he is canceled. I mean, kill him.
Yeah. I would have definitely liked to see dissension amongst other members of the...
Not just Tiger and Bear.
Yeah, not just Tiger.
Yeah.
They were really the only ones we got to know, though.
So
Yeah.
we didn't even really get to know
yeah,
Tiger.
because they were real quick to join Tiger's side
yeah.
afterwards. And everyone seemed super buddy-buddy with Bear for most of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So.
Well, and we didn't even really get to know Tiger that well. We really got to know Bear. So
Yeah.
Tiger just kind of was like,
The characterization for Tiger was, I'm going to overthrow you in the next 20 minutes.
yeah, I am the antagonist. Watch me
Literally
roar.
carded my third bullet point.
Anyone else have any other thoughts on Sweet Tooth?
Yes. So one of the things that I kept thinking of, so it was established in episodes 3 and 4 that Amy's story is a flashback.
Mhm.
And judging by Pig Girl's age, who, do we know her name? I don't know if we know her name.
No, Amy calls her Pig Girl. She doesn't call her by anything else right now.
Okay. So it's established kind of right now where we're at in their story is based on her age is probably about 5 years post-sick. Just kind of guessing by her age. Because she kind of looks like first grader.
Yeah, I was
I
going to
think
say like
she's
6 or 7.
8.
Yeah.
Also,
But still, like,
We also don't.
She's younger than Gus.
Yes, she's younger than Gus, which is and based on the way that this sanctuary is currently being illustrated, it's probably about the time that Pubba got the posters initially from episode 1. Now,
well, I don't.
Oh.
I think it's probably at least a few months prior to that, because they don't really exactly have a plane to drop flyers from at this point.
regardless, it's very clearly set prior to Gus's timeline. So
Right.
one of the things that I kept thinking about is, where is Doctor's timeline different from everyone else's? When is that set?
Oh,
Yeah,
so
Is
if
that
Addie's is
simultaneously
different.
with Gus's?
Oh, yeah.
Future, past?
Ooh.
Where is that?
So you
It'd be
think
cool if it
they're
was
just
in the
Witchering
future.
the shit out of this? Oh wait, have you seen The Witcher?
None of us have.
No, I haven't seen the show. No,
Oh, god damn it!
watch.
It'd be cool if it was
too
in the
many
future.
shows. Yeah, it's just the question of, is it concurrent with any of the other timelines, or is it set that much farther in the future?
Yeah. Did they mention what anniversary the Survivors Day party was?
Probably day 1.
No, they didn't say. They didn't say what year it was. No.
No.
That's what
No,
the
no.
question
Like
was.
what Survivors Day was celebrating?
Well, you know.
No. Well,
no, he was
obviously we know
asking-
what it's celebrating.
No,
I'm
yeah.
saying like which.
Was it
number
was it
Survivors
anniversary
Day
1,
was it?
2,
Mm.
10?
I don't think they said. The only thing that has any weight right now is that Doctor mentioned that it was his 10-year wedding anniversary as his kind of bluff to Nancy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that
that's
still might be kind of accurate. I mean,
yeah, and if that's kind of accurate, that kind of puts it in between Pig Girls and Gus's timeline. Because they would have had to have been married at least for probably a year or two before the sick, because he was still with her.
I just had one more thing I'd like to bring up is when Gus is sassing all of the Animal Army people. He's got a line that kind of cracked me up. He says, "He helped me. He may not be very good at it, but at least he tried."
Mhm.
At least he tried.
I had one other thought. I'm trying to remember what was my fuck.
I just remember saying when we were back, real quick, just back to Lord of the Flies, when I'm like, okay, so where's the hog's head on a stick?
Mm-mm.
That's what I'm just like.
It's a
where the fuck
tiger
is
in a
that?
box this time.
Yeah, tiger in a box.
Oh, I remember what it was. It's like
Tiger in a box.
I like the push and pull on Adi's like moral compass. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
obviously the wife wants to live, obviously,
Well, she also.
but she's really kind of like maybe some hybrid experimentation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe we try experimenting and fool around.
I don't know if I could be okay with that. That's
They're half
ugh.
human. I wouldn't be. They're half human, half animal. They're
Oh,
half
yeah,
everything I wanna
absolutely.
be, so.
Yeah.
Well, you also got to think about it that maybe they really haven't seen. Well, actually, no. The doctor. Never mind.
Experimenting on on
Well,
on things that have a conscience.
my thought process was more like we've seen a bunch of hybrids. We know Gus. We know Pigtail.
Big girl.
We know they're people, and they they can be people, or like intelligent members of society. But I don't know how much
Bobby?
Adi has seen
Oh.
of of
That
hybrids. They've been, I mean, maybe
don't
he
think he's
saw
seen
some at the
any.
beginning of the pandemic.
He saw the
but they're-
babies. That was about it.
right?
Yeah.
But there absolutely have not been.
Look at zombie.
No, we're not deleting that bitch. That gets to
Nope.
stay there.
You gotta
Oh,
live with
kids.
your mistakes.
But they in their community, they absolutely don't have any hybrids there, so he hasn't seen any.
Fuck
So-
them kids.
Fuck them kid. So I was thinking, like, obviously Adi's having trouble with it. Maybe his wife might not, because I mean Adi's seen more hybrids than she has, probably, because she's not in the medical field. I don't think.
No.
I
I
don't
feel
think.
like she'd have some problem with it because
I mean,
they're
yeah.
Well,
very
she read the.
clearly some
She
sort
also
of
read the
Muslim
book.
Hindu because they had the scene with the sari and they
Right.
consider animals sacred. So there
gonna go
still
ahead.
is that complicated moral dilemma.
Yeah,
so
but
she
once
read
it's
the
your
book.
life on the line, that very quickly goes out the window.
I'm
And
also
it's a moral
gonna.
And
dilemma.
wouldn't you have more of a problem experimenting on something that can talk to you than something that you know
hybrids
can't?
Well, she
Because
can't talk.
most people don't think hybrids can talk. Like we
That is
only
true.
have two instances of talking hybrids. One is Pigtail, and the other is Gus.
Also,
she's not the one experimenting on them.
also keep in mind that these people have never really seen a hybrid. I
Yeah.
don't think.
Yeah, that's what I
No,
said.
I don't think
Well,
there's
yeah,
any
because-
media coverage or anything
Well,
like
no,
that either.
not even that. But think about it. If people believe that the hybrids cause the sick, they're not having babies anymore. Especially if every baby comes out as a hybrid, like they've been
Oh,
kind of like
yeah.
pointing
Actually, that's another question. Does every baby come out as a
at. They've
hybrid?
they said something about it in an earlier episode that
That Rusty
every
was the last of the quote unquote normal kids.
no he wasn't
Oh,
the
yeah.
last, but he was one of the last.
That's what I
yeah.
said. You didn't
Oh,
hear me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Or is everyone else infertile then?
Mm,
No.
no.
No, I think it's just they don't want to fuck.
Well, no, they fuck. They probably just use protection.
Because I mean,
Or
Bobby.
they don't,
I don't know.
and that might explain why there's so many hybrids running about in the woods.
Sure. I don't know. Are condoms like a hot commodity in a post-pandemic world?
Probably. If they believe that the babies are causing the sick. So.
Maybe that's what the pills are.
Either that or your pull-out game's got to be
Ooh,
real
it's
strong.
A male birth control.
Ooh.
I'd be down with that.
If that exists in the future.
Yeah, right.
Hell yeah.
They're
Either that or
working on
pull-out
it.
game real strong.
Pull-out does
Pull
not
out
work.
game.
Pull-out game is always going to be weak, no matter
Okay.
how much you try.
It'll be like
anyway,
10%.
Just reminded me of a.
Good job,
Goddamn
zombie.
Moving on, we are going to be
It
done with the
reminded me of
spoiler
an
talk.
old Achievement Hunter quote.
Spoiler
Five,
talk is
4,
done.
3, 2, 1. Now for some other spoiler talk. My
Hero
Hero
Academia.
Academia.
Are we all
Can I-
caught
can
up?
I-
It's
No, they're not.
Spoiler talk, but it kind of is spoiler talk. So.
Oh,
Can
wait.
I say something
we all
really
caught
quick?
up?
Take a nap.
Yeah,
What?
Ryan, what's up?
The Kansas City Royals have a pitcher named Richard Lovelady.
Nice.
Dick
Lovely.
Sorry, I'm just thinking of Lovelace from fucking Happy Feet.
So first off, I just want to kind of preface this. We're not going to talk about like spoilers, but so if you're unaware, what there are two big things happening around in the My Hero
I'm gonna
community.
let Kevin be the rage guy, and then I will come sweeping in with the actual explanation.
I'm less
Sorry, I'd like
raged.
to, real quick, I'd like to point out Zombie's comment. I'd shag so much that my army animal would be a rabbit.
Same.
Anyways,
That's good. That's good.
anyways, so the big thing for me is that in the current season, they've kind of skipped an arc. Where
Rather long arc.
it is a rather long arc, and it's a rather important arc too.
It is the arc.
It's a super important arc. It's the arc everyone's been waiting for that knows the manga. Should I even say the title of the arc?
It's My Villain Academia.
Yeah, My Villain Academia.
Oh, I've heard you vaguely mention that.
Yeah, it's essentially it's an arc that centers around the villains. It's a really fucking good arc. And so they just kind of skipped it. And originally I was like, okay, I kind of see what they're doing, because like the end of the joint training arc and the next arc that they're currently doing, or they just wrapped up, they kind of flow better together. And then the My Villain Academy arc flows really well into the arc of the next season. But Mike told me that the episode for this upcoming episode is like the chapter title of an episode of the next arc, which I'm not going to say the name of that arc because that arc is a very spoiler name. But I'm less angry now, Mike, mostly because I don't know if have you seen or heard the new intro?
No, I know.
Okay.
Well, I know that MVA is in the opening animation.
Yes, it's very prominent. Like you see the Meta Liberation Front people.
Yeah.
Okay.
so
So they're
explain
all over the intro thing.
Let me explain the business side of it. I haven't seen it yet, but supposedly the third movie, World Heroes Mission, requires stuff from the Endeavor Agency arc in order to make sense. And
So they had to wrap that arc
out,
first.
Yeah, and that came out during the time that Endeavor Agency arc was airing in the anime.
Wait, that movie's
which is
out?
why they skipped MVA for now.
Wait, that movie's out?
Yes, it came out in Japan.
Oh,
No, it's not going to come out here for like another 4 months.
okay.
But
But
that's that. Yeah, they had to move stuff around for movie tie-in purposes.
in between, so there's 6 episodes left. In between you and me, I think they could do it.
There's 6. They could do it, especially since they crammed like 8 chapters of the Pro Hero arc into 2 episodes.
Yeah.
So,
Which I mean,
it is.
the chapters are getting shorter and shorter and shorter.
Oh yeah,
Like
the
pages.
chapters are down to like 16 pages now.
Yeah, and I hate it.
which
I
is
have
like
to,
unheard of for a jump manga.
yeah, it's fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, and then the other big thing is I'll let you take this one.
Yeah. So in the most recent chapter of I'm gonna have to pull this up now just so I can get the exact line. In the most recent chapter of My Hero Academia.
Don't go
And just
into
to
too many
confirm, this is
detail.
the most recent chapter of the manga, correct? Not
Correct.
in the anime?
Of the manga.
Okay.
So, not gonna say what's happening.
Don't say what's happening.
Yeah, please.
Mineta
spoiler.
is giving an impassioned speech to Midoriya. I'm going to read it word for word. This is the official Viz translation. Quote, "I never thought it was your power that made you awesome. I fell for you when you were scared and sweating buckets."
Adorable.
Now, according to someone... Now, Unfortunately, the actual Viz translator was harassed off of Twitter by shitheads, so we can't get his take on it. But according to someone who read the raw files for it, the verb that was used for this scene was horeta, which most commonly in Japanese is used for a romantic confession. Hence the reason why it was phrased this way. Now,
Meta's bi.
Mineta is bisexual.
I
And
bet there
me-
is if you look hard enough, Zombie. Rule 34, my dude.
Momo
No,
is fan
no,
service.
He means fan service in the actual show.
Oh.
Momo.
Now-
Momo's entire costume is fan service. Let's be honest here, guys.
Yeah. Now,
You're not wrong.
one could argue that none of the other characters in the scene commenting on what seems like a romantic confession might seem a bit off, but who fucking cares?
I mean, the way with Mineta's characterization so far, and like I said, literally nobody will get this but me. But the way I just compare it to is Taro from the second Danganronpa game, who is just aggressively horny on main for everyone. He got a little bit of the Captain Jack Harkness syndrome.
True. Also, Zombie, to answer your question, better.
What the
Okay. That's just Ichigo's sword. That's not a katana.
Close.
He
Yeah,
said- he
I
said
did one
better.
better. I did one better.
It's not sharp though.
Oh, it is.
Really?
Yeah. I could definitely kill someone with this.
Which is why you're gripping the blade so
Yeah, I was about to
intensely right
say.
Yeah.
Just
I
gotta
was
comment
not
on
trained in weapon safety.
Oh boy.
Bruh.
That's why you have a giant
I
sword.
want to get a sword of some kind, but I don't think Vanessa will let me. Understandably so, but still.
So, yeah, doesn't really matter what kind of retractions Viz or Shonen Jump or Horikoshi issues at this point. Mineta is bi now. Deal with it.
Like
It is
I said,
canon.
I'm just gonna be like, okay, so he's Taro now. Got it.
So okay. I thought that was a new LGBT term that I didn't know, but I think you're just referencing Danganronpa.
I am just
That is a
referencing
character.
Danganronpa. Yes,
That is a character.
Danganronpa 2. He is one of the characters in that game,
Kirito.
and just is aggressively horny at everyone.
So I know there's still some stuff on our list, but I think we're gonna call it the podcast right there.
Mine will be quick if it's just me and my brother and my buddy Stefan have every once a month or so do like a bad movie night. Last time we watched Face Off. It was fucking great. This time we watched a movie called The Miami Connection, and
Miami Connection is great.
it's so good. and we watched the animated Titanic movie.
Oh,
my
God.
Not
Which
the one
one?
with the octopus,
Titanic?
the other one.
What was it? The Legend of the Titanic or the Titanic?
The legend goes on.
Whichever one doesn't have the octopus in it.
Don't know that one.
Okay, so the
I
one
watched
with the
John-
rapping dog.
Yes, the one with the rapping dog.
I watched John Tron
the one
review
John-
both.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, we'll start with Miami Connection. It's a movie that takes place, I think, in Miami or possibly not. It's something about there's something about cocaine and there's ninjas. I could not keep track of I was intoxicated, but I could not keep track of the plot for the life of me. Like, I'm just like, there's ninjas and there's a 40-year-old Asian guy playing a college student, and the black guy found his dad, and then the black guy gets almost died, and his dad
Gets
is
almost died.
and his dad is a younger dude with powder sprinkled in his hair. The Miami Connection has shockingly good stunts. The martial arts and the stunt work, very good.
It's because the main guy is a martial arts stunt guy.
everything-
YK Kim.
Yeah.
Yeah, Everything else is complete dog shit. The acting is terrible.
Disagree about everything else being complete dog shit. Are you forgetting about the amazing soundtrack?
Okay, the soundtrack slaps. I'll give you that one.
The only thing that you really need to know is the one big thing that everyone here would know from Miami Connection is it is the credit that one of the songs from that movie is the credit song for Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon.
Against the Ninjas?
No, Friendship, the Friends Through Eternity.
Oh, that, not gonna lie, I think there's only one track in there that I'm just like, this track is fucking garbage. But there's only one time I said that, and then all the other ones I'm like, this weirdly slaps. But yeah, Miami Connection is fucking amazing. And
now watch Deadly Prey.
It's on the list. It is definitely. I literally have a Google, like an iPhone note between me and my brother, and we're adding bad movies to it to watch. And it is on there. It's on YouTube, right?
I don't remember.
I'll find it. We'll find a way to watch it regardless. But and then we watched the animated Titanic movie. And by that time, I was really drunk and I really wasn't paying attention all that much. And I was sad that the octopus did show up because I was watching the wrong Titanic movie. Because that one's even fucking dumber. But I'm just like, oh god, how did someone like publish this? I think it was a good idea. Just don't watch it. It's actually not that funny. Miami Connection,
Like
I
Food
100% recommend you watch. It is a stew of crazy and shockingly good martial arts. All
Nice.
right, bad movie segment done.
The one thing I was going to comment is one of the first times Nat and I were hanging out, and one of the moments he's like, okay, she's not going anywhere, is that he showed me I think it was the octopus one had a sequel, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so he showed me
God, it did.
the two Titanic movies with the octopus, the animated ones, and I didn't go running, and he's like, she means it.
I
Nice.
think Vanessa was the same. I think I was the same way with Vanessa when I showed her The Room.
Oh, that poor woman.
Oh,
Nice.
speaking of Vanessa, she has brought me some. What are these again? The zucchini tots, shockingly tasty.
Oh, zucchini
Okay,
stuff's
well,
good.
They're like tater tots, except made out of zucchini.
I'm gonna
Fried
wrap up.
zucchini's really good
I'm
too.
gonna wrap
Yeah.
up the
No, we're
podcast.
gonna talk more about food.
We're wrapping up the podcast. That's it. That's the end of the podcast for this week. Thank you guys so much for joining us. I don't know if we're playing games after this. Yeah, we'll see.
I have to eat.
We might be back in a couple minutes with something. We might not. I don't know yet. So yeah. But tomorrow, Mike and I might play more Lasso.
Mayhaps. I will check how
Mayhaps.
far I am in the script.
Okay. But yeah. So
we can always play Sea of Thieves.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So make sure you guys are following so you know when I go live next if you're not already. And otherwise, we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
And just make sure, don't be like Christian. Don't fuck your dementia-riddled mom.
Ooh.
not.
I mean, that thing's got to be almost 10 years old, if not older, at this
It's
point,
not
right?
10 years old. I got it in 2015, and the I had to replace the hard drive in 2017. So
You had the computer like all throughout college.
nope. I got a new one after I graduated.
I don't think that computer would be functional if she got
No,
it.
yeah, it's a fair
College.
point. It's weird. Like, you could run the game just fine, right, Monica?
Yeah, I can run the game just fine.
I also realized that this year.
Hey, Kevin, you know you're back on stream, right?
Hi, we're still here.